D. Look at here. I got about a little under 15 minutes to go live for a minute with you guys, right? I wanted to say, hey, what's up? I had not too long ago did a video, a short that was, what if he comes up short? Somebody asked me to do a little live on that. So I wanted to kind of talk a little bit more with a few more minutes added to it regarding that. We have those situations where sometimes a fella comes up short with pleasing his mate. And that can be in regards to, I'm not literally talking about size, you guys, but I'm talking about coming up short with doing the things to really please her when you are talking about bedroom pleasing. Let's say this in a nice way. Um, he may not be skillful in the area of making sure that she gets her pleasures. He may be too rushing, some say, like an active hyena, some are just fast, 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 boom, 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 sizzle. Okay, so he does not have the skills to fulfill pleasing who he's with. Now, this is irregardless of what she does to help, you know, and a woman is sometimes put in a situation such as that, and it's like it's different for every woman on how she wants to handle that. Just like men may be in situations where they may get with a woman and there's certain things about her on the physical that will turn him off in the moment, and he'll just ghost her. Boom, pow, smoke, be gone, right? Um, so, and that could be in the area, that's a whole nother topic, but that could be her hygiene. All of a sudden they're doing what they do, and woo, he's hit with a cloud of, you don't even know if it's funk stank. You just can't figure out what the smells are, but they are not good, right? So he's bye-bye. Um, and it's hard to tell a person, well, you stink or whatever. Just like it's hard for a woman, if a man is coming up short, it's hard sometimes to say, look, you just ain't doing it. Now, you got some that will gladly sit up and say, you know what, boy, bye, you just don't do it for me. They may not say it in the moment, but their body language. Have you ever had a situation, if you haven't had it, do you know of someone who has, where they're getting down with somebody and it's just not happening? It may be the first time, it's just not cool, and they just laying there like a doorknob. I mean, literally, just laying there and letting the person just do what they do to their body because they just ain't into it. And some people will grab your arms and say, well, can you hold me? Can you at least hold me? But they not feeling it. They just open up and let you do your thing, and that's probably the last time. And we also cannot judge, I just have to say this, we cannot judge the first time as the all in all. Because realistically, especially when you're involved with somebody for the first time, both of you are a little nervous. You may not be totally up to par. Your body physiologically just don't really act or react sometimes in the way that you would want it to, or you may hold back from doing things that you normally would do with a partner that you really, had some kind of history with. You probably be, sopping them up like a biscuit, okay? But on the first time, you just doing a little nibble. Yeah, y'all grown, so you kind of got to read between the lines, because I'm trying to do some halfway grown stuff, but not so grown in the daytime, okay? Um, talking, I'm talking about. So, the first time you just kind of hold back, you're just not really giving it that all in all, right? So you cannot judge that first time as, oh wow, that was bomb. Or he may not even be able to, you know, perhaps have you heard this? You got some men who will say, well, it's been so long. Girl, it's just been so long. It's just soon as I got 2 seconds from it, I just woo exploded, right? Sometimes that can happen. You can just explode real quickly because it's been a minute. You hear some men talk about that's been locked up in prison for a while, and they come out, and the first honey bunny they really get with, it's like boom, boom, bam, bam, thank you, ma'am, for quite a few times till they get used to getting that thing again, right? So there is those situations where the first time you just cannot judge his shortcomings. But if you have had that encounter more than once, and you still have this situation where he's coming up short, and I'm not trying to make fun of anybody, I'm just saying this is real grown folk talk, y'all. But he's coming up short, right? How should a woman approach that? And men, how do you want her to approach that? Do you want her to be open and honest with you right there in the moment? Do you want to just stop it, roll over, smoke a cigarette if that's what y'all do? Y'all don't need to be smoking if that's what you do. Whatever. Roll over, drink your drink, smoke your cigarette, and just say, let's talk. Is that the time? Or should you just go on with the moment, let him fiddle around with what he's trying to do, and then after the fact, have a talk about it? You know, um, and some people just don't feel it's worth talking because they don't want to go back the second time. It was so horrible. They just like, he came up short. He didn't know what to do. He lasted 2 minutes. It's a certain 2 minute type of person that's just always 2 minutes. Some is just always 2 minutes, y'all. It's just how it is. And it could be for a whole lot of 2 minute reasons. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just saying it could be medically. It could be some things going on medically. It could be, medicationally. That ain't even a word, but they could be on some medication, right? And trust me, some men do take medications that cause them to have, ED, erectile dysfunction, and sometimes they just can't get it. They just don't do nothing, right? Or sometimes it's just really quick or whatever. It depends on certain medications. Now, some will rather stop taking the medications just so they can still get it. But when it comes to your health, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to find something else. And then what they do is they order these stay hard, get hard type of medications from over in China somewhere, whatever, no disrespect, but they order that stuff and it comes through, and and then they got other issues. They wired up. They can't come down. Nothing goes down. Everything stays up. Everything. And those pills are bringing your blood pressure up, bringing your man, just messing you up. You got to be careful with these things. I knew somebody one time said they found out they dude was ordering some pills from overseas somewhere that was like 800 and some dollars a bottle that was helping them out. Come on now. No. We can't do all that. Excuse me, y'all. Car Chronicles. You gonna hear horns and stuff like that going on. But the thing is, back to the topic, how do we communicate as grown people when it comes to him coming up short? And this video is specifically about him coming up short, not her, which we will do one on her, because sometimes women, they come up short too. This stuff just don't be right, girl. You just ain't got it right. It ain't doing it right. It ain't right. It ain't gonna be right. Okay. So we're gonna talk about that on another one. But right now we're focusing on what to do when he comes up short. How should a real considerate, loving woman handle that? If it's somebody you really care about and you love and you respect, you never want to try to put down or hurt anyone in a way that is demeaning, undermining, none of that. You have to, as a couple, learn to work with certain shortcomings. And it doesn't mean that these shortcomings are going to be forever, 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 forever. It could just be in the moment. It could be stress. Because sometimes women, as women, I'm a woman, we go through certain moods and, certain times of the month where our hormones is like, woo, 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 right? And we just don't, stuff just don't be right. Nothing in that regard. It just ain't right. We don't even want to be touched. Leave us alone. No, bye. See you in a week. Okay. So we have our little time. So, I don't know. Sometimes it's just a temporary thing. But how do you communicate that tenderly and loving? What do you say? Do you stop in the middle of your vibe? Do you stop in the middle of your stroke? Do you stop in the middle of, holding one another and talk about it? I don't know. If he coming up short, I don't think I want to bust his ego and talk about it right then. I mean, I may try to show him some things or do some things different or take over. Maybe I need to take over. Women, hint, hint. You just need to take over. You know what I'm saying? But to sit there and really kind of make a person feel down about what his struggle is, it's not cool. It's not mature. It's not sensitive. It's just all bad because you don't know what that man is dealing with in the moment. And he could have been a firecracker with the one before you. It could have been on and popping, 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 popping. But when he got with you, some things change. And it could be you. Don't always have to be that he got a situations, ladies. So you have to find a way to be mature about it. And sometimes it's just best to say, baby, it's all good. Yeah, we both done had long days. I ain't tripping. Let's just get some rest. And we'll worry about it next time. Sometimes you just gotta do that. And then wait on next time and make it do what it do. See what it do. See if it do. See, could it do? Would it do? I don't know. But don't be putting nobody down. So I just want you guys to think about that. What would you do in a situation where he comes up short? Men, I like to hear from you guys in regards to what would be the best approach that you would want if you was in that situation. I'm not saying you have ever been. I'm not saying you're going to be. I'm not saying I want to know if you do be. I'm just saying if, hypothetically, if you was in a situation where you came up short and you was with this honey that you was really feeling and digging and loving and vibing with and everything was on point, and you came up short, and then you got with her a second time and you came up short again. Either it didn't go or it went too fast or something. But something happened that wasn't supposed to happen, okay? How would you want her to deal with that? Would you just want to be the one to say, well, it's just not a good day, babe. I'm sorry, but I'm struggling with some things on my mind. I'll make it up to you. Y'all turn on Netflix and chill, okay? Just don't watch nothing that got love scenes in it. Don't do that. Watch something else. Something else that y'all can look at, right? So, but how would you want her to handle that approach with you? And women, how would you deal with that? Is it about he gotta bring it to the table and lay it down, or he just bye, boy, bye? Do you have that attitude? Or does it even matter if you really are connected with him, feeling him, loving him, caring about him? Does it matter if he comes up short or not? Because remember, The physical aspect of any relationship is only that much. And I know some of you may say, no, it's everything. It's everything. No, it's only that much. Because why? Because once you can't get it no more, do it no more, whether you're a woman or a man, you got to have other substance and foundation in your union to hold you guys up, regardless of having that physical, right? So you got to have much better, more stimulating, important things going on also. Now, the physical is great, it's grand, it's lovely to have some physical stimulation, grown folk style, and ain't nobody coming up short, male or female. That's wonderful, but it ain't everything. But if you are caught in that cross, how would you handle it? That's the question to think about. Ponder on it. Talk to somebody about it. Share this video with somebody. I want to hear it. And everybody that's watching want to hear it too. Because trust me, if you ain't had that issue, you may have that issue one day. And I like to know, I like to be a fly on that wall. How would you handle it? Okay? I gotta go. See y'all tomorrow.